As we've been reporting today, the government's plan to reduce power bills has passed the House. It's now on its way through the Senate. With me live in the studio is the Chief Executive of the Smart Energy Council, John Grimes. Thanks for your time. What do you make of the response from the gas industry, particularly to this intervention? The Prime Minister, in our interview with him today on this program, rejected suggestions that it's going to put a chill on investment and supply. What's your read?
Well, we're very worried. The gas industry has come out and said they're going to take $20 million of the super profits that they've made to invest into a campaign to try and undermine this bill, to actually attack the government and have it repealed and secure those profits for the long term. And I don't doubt that that's probably what they're going to do. You know, Kieran, that they've owned this place for about the last decade. The answer to any question that the government was give the gas industry more money, right? Remember COVID? The big reconstruction plan was a gas-led recovery. So they have the capability, they have the intent, and that's why we've stood up a program today to announce a counter campaign. We'll see them the $20 million, but we'll raise them, mate, 25 million Australians. The people that are actually paying the bill, right, for these inflated prices.
So you're going to be running a counter campaign to that if the gas industry does
we're going to
deliver its advertising.
So we began today with full-page advertisement in the newspaper, a social media campaign and more. And if they want to escalate, then we're going to match them all of the way.
The Prime Minister, though, seems pretty sanguine about where this is heading, because he said, when I put to him the Alan Carpenter gas reservation comparison, that the industry warned about sovereign risk and investment at that point. None of that eventuated. And he says there is a comparison with right now and these concerns that we're hearing from the industry. Well, so he seems quite relaxed with where they're going on this.
Yeah, look, and ultimately I don't think they will prevail because there's real intent in the government. And I think the gas industry has lost their credibility, their social licence on this stuff. We know that the reason that they have massive super profits today is not because of their smart marketing or their good business acumen, it's because of Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Europeans are making a hard moral decision to say we're not going to buy Russian gas, so we're going to buy it from places like Australia. Suddenly the price goes through the ceiling, and that's the windfall profit that they're banking on. So it's cynical, it's short term, and they really need to come to the party.
When we talk about the transition, you know this area probably better than most. Where is the transition to renewables at? Obviously, storage and transmission, they're the two pillars to improve our transmission systems, our grids, to be able to accommodate more renewables. How far are we off reaching that 82%?
Well, already the states were moving. The states didn't wait for the Commonwealth, right? So there are 13 renewable energy zones being built right now. That happened regardless of the Commonwealth. Now we have a federal government with a plan and funding to turbocharge all of that. We've got agreement and leadership between all of the territories, all of the stakeholders, regardless of political party, right, to actually drive the transition. So I think it's happening afoot. And what's going to happen with this bill is there's going to be an electrification piece in the budget. That means it's going to be incentive for householders to switch from gas to electricity and to power that electricity with renewable
And when
energy.
we talk about storage, sometimes the comparison is made with how do you have storage that's going to last a day and so on. But really, the storage piece is about those peaking issues, aren't they, in the grid?
That's right. So
as opposed to needing the storage for 24 hours.
Totally. So it's about taking the solar energy that's basically free to make at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and shifting it to 7:30 at night. When the sun's gone down, you're doing the cooking, you've got a load of washing on, and you're using the electricity. So it's about that shifting for a couple of hours. And so when you think about home batteries, you think about batteries on wheels, which are the electric vehicles we're plugging into our carports, but also the big grid storage. We've got this covered.
And in terms of investment, we've seen the investment community welcome the government's announcement this week about transparent declaration of climate risk. How broad is this at the moment within the business community? Are executives undertaking that already in terms of disclosures?
Our members are being inundated by companies who say energy is not our core business, but we know we've got to transition. How do we do it cheaply and get the best environmental and economic outcome?
John Grimes, Chief Executive of the Clean Energy Council. Appreciate your time. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Kieran.